Hello, YouTubers, subscribers, viewers, nobodies, everybody's, and myself, bluntslide42, reaching out to whoever's watching this video. This is update video number 4, I suppose, and there's quite a bit to cover that I want to get off my chest, I guess, because you guys deserve to know what's been going on, because I've been pretty dry with my uploads lately. I really don't know where to start because there's so much to cover. We'll just jump into it, I guess. Dark Cloud. Let's try Dark Cloud. No, it wasn't that. It was Let's Play Dark Cloud? No, it wasn't that. It was Let's Challenge Dark Cloud. That really wasn't supposed to be, I guess, what they call a quote-unquote Let's Play. I'm supposed to see how far I can push myself to play the game, but actually, I've gotten into it where I kind of missed it the first time through. We're talking 7-8 years ago, whenever it came out. I played with my cousin earlier. We got pretty far, almost the last stage, I believe. And that's like the only memory I have of the game. I've never actually beaten the game, and I want to try to do it legitimately and actually focus and learn what I'm doing with it. And I like to point out that it's at the highest possible capture quality. It's actually 480i, or yeah, 480 interlaced, which is converted to 720p, I believe. So it's basically 480p upscaled to 720p. You can actually get better capture quality if you're emulating it on your desktop PC. If you have a PS2 emulator, that is, and a very fast computer, it involves your memory and your video card and your CPU speed. But I was actually encountering some emulator errors when I was attempting to do it. There'd be lag hiccups, lag hiccups from time to time. And you'd be dropping frames. But overall, that's the best quality you can get is 1080p. I don't understand how they get like 360 1080p videos. The best I can do is 1080i and possibly convert that to 1080p. That's the highest resolution I can get on my personal experiences with all the money and time invested on recording videos and uploading to YouTube. That is the only thing that strikes me as the only capture method possible. I like to point out that I have like several different capture devices that I've been using to do the Wii, PS2, Xbox 360, and PS3. And I think they cap it at 720p on all of them. So, I don't want to drop any names, but there's others out there that have footage of, like, say, Borderlands and 1080p. This has nothing to do with my update, really. My update is basically a variety of things. Mainly, I've actually recorded Lords of Shadow. I've actually recorded more Lost Planet 2 footage. I've actually recorded the entire playthrough of Borderlands and the Island of Dr. Ned when it came out months ago. Was that even beginning 2009? I don't even remember when Borderlands came out. It's been that long. I actually have more footage of the new plays Modern Warfare 2, which I've never uploaded. It's just like I actually have more Super Street Fighter 4 footage too, off the top of my head. The thing is, like, I keep getting to this point where I really have to step back and take a look at my overall product. If the commentary is not fresh, up to date, comical, funny, entertaining enough, then I just feel like I'm wasting time. I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting your time. I'm not producing good enough material to edit and upload and do that kind of whole run through for you. So what that means is that I just don't upload it. I just stop. I just don't want to continue. Don't want to use that footage. I think from now on I'm just going to have to take a risk, I guess. Ignore what people say. I'm not even reading the comments, by the way. I apologize. I'm just reading the main channel comments, but the video comments or whatever, I have a bunch, a lot of comments saved up that I haven't even looked at. And I apologize to those of you that did leave comments, because that's the whole point of leaving the comments, to get feedback. But with school and work and my dog that is 98 years old, human years, she's actually 14 dog years old, and wait, don't get ahead of yourself. She's a Chihuahua Dachshund Terrier. She's got a tumor growing on her chest, and it seems like it's malignant, and well, that's that. She will live the rest of her life. I know it's pretty morbid, but I have a new dog now. It's a teacup Chihuahua, and she's very energetic and the cutest thing ever. A little too energetic though. She's still in the phase between being potty trained and not being potty trained. At least she's not a yippy one. She's pretty relaxed if you don't cage her in. And I'm happy with her. She looks like an Oreo. But we went with another name, Chloe, I guess. Actually, Chloe is one of the cows' names. But yeah, I've just been not feeling up to the whole process of having a good time with myself playing the games as I used to. In the past, I've had interruptions. I've had people walk in, especially my sister and her friends, and they'd be partying. And they'd be partying till 2 in the morning or so, and I had to get up and go to work at 3:30 a.m., which was nice because they were blaring loud music or watching TV or whatever, and playing beer pong. Great game, right? Anyhow,
Mason.
well, the scheme of things hasn't really changed with the interruptions disappearing. My sister's moved out, but there's still people around me interrupting. It's like I'm in an apartment complex, and your neighbors don't really want to hear you banging on walls or shouting. So I gotta keep my voice down, which kind of distracts. It's just another thing to like worry about when I'm recording footage. Watching what I'm saying, watching how loud my vocal volume is, which can be difficult when I'm wearing a headset and I don't realize I'm louder than I should be. So, just to let people know, I didn't die. My channel's not going anywhere. I will continue to update. I'm looking right now to continue with Dark Cloud and possibly continue with Perfect Dark, the original N64 port to the Xbox 360, and possibly throw in some Black Ops online multiplayer. I do have some extra Super Street Fighter 4 footage, or recorded matches, should I say, that I can use for the noob play, or whatever. What is it? I don't even remember how I phrase it. The noob plays Street Fighter 4 or whatever. Oh, that's what I call it. Basic Ryu, where more or less it's supposed to be played basically using Ryu's basic movesets and techniques to beat the opponent. Even though I've been getting quite lucky, I guess. But I'm still learning. I'm not done. It's a very challenging game. Before I forget, yeah, I was also playing through Dead Rising 2, which is an awesome game. It's like 5 times better online co-op. Because it's pretty slow paced at the beginning because your character is so underpowered in all aspects. But once you start unlocking abilities, it almost becomes like Grand Theft Auto in a way. Your character gets like crazy abilities to combine deadly weapons and blow zombie parts all across the screen. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm just perturbed right now by my own failings of the commentary portion, and I know that if I start playing Call of Duty Black Ops again online multiplayer, I'm going to get to the same point where I feel like I can't continue with the live commentary because of, let me phrase it like I'm planning my moves ahead of time. I just want to point out that if I record more online multiplayer for Super Street Fighter 4 or Call of Duty Black Ops, for example, it's like a chess match. You actually have to kind of think about what you're planning to do and then execute it. So you have to have prior knowledge and be in the moment, focused on what the end goal or result is. And because you have to kind of focus your mind onto that moment, you're not really focused too much about the commentary that you're actually giving. So I might just be more silent than I normally am, I guess, if I do put out more footage of that. I don't even know what you guys want to see, but I have the capability to record almost anything. All systems, anything. PC, PS3, Xbox 360, Wii, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PlayStation, and PlayStation 2. Just to give you a hint of, what I'm talking about. Or any GBA game, any emulator kind of game. Those are options, and I do have a Justin TV and Ustream account, and I've been doing some tests on Ustream, and it seems like overall the quality is pretty good so far. In comparison to other people's streams, I'm among one of the highest qualities that I can tell. The two things that I'm really focused on are frame rate and clarity, but with only a 1 megabyte upload window to work with, it's kind of difficult. But I do have a capture card that works directly with Adobe Flash Media Encoder, and that direct feed gets sent directly to Ustream, which is an advantage over the crappy one that they give you right away. Unfortunately, there are ads on my Ustream because I do not have $100 a month to pay to have that feature removed. Sorry. But there's been a donation button thing on this channel since the beginning. It's kind of been like a joke. I don't really care if anyone donates or not. It would help me for buying additional items such as cables, video games, recording abilities, bandwidth, power, whatever, hard drives. It would just help me out overall if anyone was interested in doing that. I'm not asking that you do that. That is your own choice. If you like my material, then stick around. I've only just begun. I'm just a fledgling. I am trying to learn. I'm trying to see what works, what doesn't. Most of my material on this particular channel has been blind LPs, which I do not recommend to anyone that's starting out Let's Playing. You should do a game that you're fairly confident with and have beaten multiple times and know it like the back of your hand. That would be a good start. I'd like to mention that I have more than one YouTube channel. Well, it's not that big of a shock, come on. I've subscribed to the other channel that is a collection of at least 4 Let's Players for other people who like video games and do commentary for said video games. And that is Legendary Sword Comms. We have some footage over there of Little Big Planet and Resident Evil and some of the DLC, most of the DLC, and some Pokemon commentary things, and some Japanese movie talk-throughs, or whatever you want to call those, parodies, or whatever. You can check that out, and the other 2 channels will have to remain anonymous because I basically use one of them as a test channel to see what the quality of the video will look like. It's nothing really that you're missing. And the other one is a director's account channel that you can only get in 2006